What's up, y'all? It's SNC here, and I got the cap holds, and after that, the salary cap tables for every team at the start of free agency. Keep in mind for the salary cap tables, don't pay attention to the actual cap number shown at the top for like the total team salary and all that, because that's considering the cap holds, which um yeah, basically just don't worry about that. I posted the accurate salary cap numbers in the free agency channel on the Discord. So, like, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but see where it says salary cap room. When I show the cap tables, don't pay attention to that because that's inaccurate. Anyways, let's get started with the cap holds first. Uh, all of these players are free agents right now, and the team that they were on this past season has their cap hold. So I'll just scroll through those first. The Sixers first. Uh, Haywood's a pretty big free agent for them. Bucks have a couple guys here. Bulls only have Tom Barker. Gus Williams is one of the best free agents in this class, but he is restricted, and the Cavs do also have bird rights on him. So I wouldn't expect him to be on a different team this season. Celtics only really have Elmore Smith and then some generics and lower overall guys here. Alvin Adams is a restricted free agent. Uh, Jerome Whitehead's also restricted. Everyone else, I think Kim Anderson might be restricted, but yeah, they don't have any big unrestricted free agents here. Clippers only really Phil Tolstrip. Everyone else doesn't really matter, but Hawks only have generics for free agents. I guess Bill Bradley is real, and some of these like lower guys are real, but they aren't that good. Uh, Heat, Alex English, I think he's restricted though. This free agency class doesn't have a ton of huge unrestricted guys outside of course, Kareem, who's definitely the best free agent so far. But most of the top guys are restricted. Walton's in this free agency class actually, but he's restricted. Yeah, Walton, but he's restricted. Johnny Davis is actually unrestricted. He was restricted last offseason, I think, but he had a 1+1 player option. He declined his player option, so Johnny Davis is an unrestricted free agent. He'll probably get a ton of interest. Charlie Scott's pretty decent free agent for the Knicks. Elvin Hayes is one of the top unrestricted free agents. They don't have bird rights on him either, so uh, he could very well end up on a different team. Bubbles Hawkins is one of the highest rated free agents, but he's also restricted just like a lot of the other guys. Dallas doesn't really have anyone major. Uh, I believe Doug Collins is actually restricted. He's one of the oldest restricted players, but I believe he is restricted. Check the list of RFAs are posted in the free agency channel though, so check that out. Rick Barry is a free agent again. Uh, they had a team option for him. They declined it. Dawkins is a free agent, but he's restricted. So, uh, yeah. Jones is a solid, and Ayers Moskov. Those are two pretty solid unrestricted guys. Merriweather, I believe, is actually unrestricted. He was restricted last offseason, but he's unrestricted this offseason, so maybe he'll get a lot of interest. They do have bird rights on him, but yeah, he's unrestricted. And then, yeah, Kareem is the big one. Uh, should be very interesting to see uh, if he stays or goes. I would predict he stays. They can offer him a super max, so I wouldn't expect him to leave, but it's always a possibility. Lacey's unrestricted, and they don't have bird rights on him either, so Lacey could very easily leave. He's someone to keep an eye on. Sonics don't really have any major free agents. Walt Frazier isn't really that good, but they do have a bit of cap, so maybe they can bring in someone. Timberwolves don't really have any major free agents either. Portland, uh, Buse, I believe, is unrestricted, but ML Carr is restricted, so I doubt he leaves. Golden State doesn't really have anyone major. Bullets also don't really have anyone major, and they are the last team. So now let's take a look at the salary cap tables. Once again, don't pay attention to the actual cap room number uh, shown in this video. The accurate cap room numbers are posted in the free agency channel. Maravich only has 1 year left on his deal, so he should be a pretty big one next offseason. Looks like the Bulls have a couple restricted free agents coming up in the next 2 seasons. Not this season, but not this current offseason, but next offseason, the one after that. Dan Roundfield is probably going to be a super coveted free agent next offseason. Player coach Pat Riley. Uh, Lionel Hollins and John Lucas uh, are free agents next offseason. They are restricted, but they're going to get huge contracts. So the Clippers are going to be in a very interesting spot cap wise. Bob McAdoo going to be a huge free agent next offseason. The ML Carr contract is finally going to be over next offseason, so the worst contract in the league will finally be done. Jamal Wilkes has a player option next offseason. George Gervin is a free agent in next offseason. Okay. Most of Dallas's guys are on rookie contracts. Phil Smith is a free agent next offseason. Uh, he's pretty solid. Lucas has a player option next offseason, so he could be a free agent, but we'll see. Billy Knight will be a free agent. Moses will be a restricted free agent. Looks like the Pacers have a ton of money coming off the books next offseason, but they will have to re-sign Moses. Lanier's a free agent next offseason. Okay, it's like next free agency class could be pretty good. Winters, seeing a lot of names here. And yeah, Winters will be unrestricted, most likely. Uh, Westfall, solid player. So next off season, Bobby Jones's contract will be over next off season. He'll probably demand a ton of money. McGinnis, finally the Bullets. Yeah, pretty much it. I don't know why it says 19 million in the last year of Paxton shouldn't have a fifth year. I think that's a glitch, but I don't think he actually has a fifth year because he was just drafted. Let me just quickly check to see if any of the other players. Yeah, I don't think if Classy's like here. I don't think he actually has a fifth year. I think it's just these 4 years. Yeah, so that's it for all the cap tables and the cap holds. And very soon after this video goes up, I'll post the free agency pool and free agency for the 1979 offseason.